All right, can we take a second? We got all these rookies, and I got one that I want to talk to you about that is just jumping off the radar, right? All of a sudden, like, we're hearing good things coming out of rookie minicamp, and I'm sure we'll continue to hear good things over the next couple of days about a running back. But before we do that, I want to talk about a Detroit Lion also that might be hiding in plain sight and is ready for a really big breakout season. And I want to get your opinion before you hear me talk. So leave a comment here. Where are you at with Terrion Arnold? Like, where are you at with this guy? He was a corner. I think there were some mixed reviews. I think everybody was really excited when we traded to get ahead of the Packers in the NFL draft, and then we took Terrion Arnold. And, I mean, he's been fantastic. He was fantastic the draft night, and his attitude is just perfect. But he definitely had some ups and downs last year. And let's talk about why I believe he is going to be a big candidate for a breakout season. But what's your confidence level in him first? Are you all in on Terrion Arnold, or, is he the second coming of players we don't want to talk about and a long list of, come on, just give us a legit corner, right? We've had Big Play Slay. He was gone. Dre Bly for a couple seasons. Anyways, we've so mightily struggled with drafting really good corners throughout the years. So here's some of the reasons why I think he could be there. All right. We understand the rookie year wasn't perfect, and there's a lot of stats that don't show good things, but I'm going to look to a few things that I think show good things as well. All right. Let's start with this. He allowed just a 61.2% completion percentage when targeted. That was a top 25 mark amongst 73 qualifying quarterbacks. That's a good deal. All right. When we talk about the penalties, I think he only had 3 penalties in his final 11 games with the Detroit Lions. And he was credited with a pass breakup in 5 of the team's last 7 games. These are all stats that start trending better toward Terrion Arnold having a breakout season next year. But it's more than that. I think what you saw with Terrion Arnold is in that really kind of that sweet spot right before Carlton Davis got hurt. But after the kind of the welcome to the NFL rookie first half of the season, Terrion Arnold was a phenomenal number 2 corner in the NFL. Phenomenal number 2 corner. And then Carlton Davis gets hurt, and all of a sudden he's overmatched playing number 1s all the time. Well, we bring in DJ Reed. We bring in Avonte Maddox. We bring in Rock Ya-Sin. There's Amik Robertson. There are so many corners on this team that he's not going to be faced to be playing the hands-down number 1 best player all the time. In fact, there's enough skill with DJ Reed where they might be saying to Terrion Arnold and DJ Reed, you got this side of the field, Terrion, you got this side. Whoever comes your way, that's who you're guarding. And their job is to shut down the outside on that side of the field. And I'm telling you, if they're able to do that with those 2 guys, it is going to help so much. It is so much easier for a young corner to be able to be in one spot, get used to the leverages, get used to the coverages from one spot rather than moving all around the field. It is so much easier. But there's other little things that actually help me think that it'll be good, all right? These are some PFF stats. And there's some things that, yes, his grade was not good. His grade was not good in PFF. I think corner is the toughest one to grade in general because it's so hard to know. But he was 5th in coverage snaps amongst all corners. He was 23rd in total snaps. But here's what's exciting about this. When you look at a couple of the things down here, receptions allowed, he was 10th. That's good. Pass breakups, he was 15th in the league in pass breakups. So no, he didn't get a pick. That wasn't great. But he started getting his hands on balls, and he didn't allow a ton of receptions. The problem with Terrion Arnold is that he would give up big plays. So that's one of those things that often you fix from year 1 going into year 2. And I think that's just one of those things that it kind of shows. It kind of shows there. And even when you look at the game-by-game grades, it started getting better week 7, and then he was basically every other game was good and every other game was poor, and then Carlton Davis got hurt, And the last few weeks he struggled, but actually stepped it up against Minnesota in the final week of the regular season. So these are the types of things. When Amik Robertson, they said, you got Justin Jefferson, Taron Arnold, you go ahead and guard number 2. It went really well. All right, now who are we talking about with this guy that all of a sudden we got people talking about because of who he is? This guy, his name is Anthony Tyus. He's a running back out of Ohio. He played for Northwestern before that, but when he went to Ohio, he kind of had his breakout year. I mean, he had over 1,200 yards rushing. It was not bad. 1,200 yards rushing, over 5 yards per carry, 9 touchdowns for the Ohio Bobcats, who I believe won the MAC. A lot of it behind him. But here's what's great. He's a hometown kid, right? We always talk about Tesla and how he's the hometown kid, and he's a Detroit Lions fan, a Michigan kid. It's same with Tyus. And here's what he said. He said it felt great to put on wearing this Honolulu blue. There ain't nothing like it. He loves Detroit. But here's what he said. He said, all you need is an opportunity. All you need is an opportunity, and that's what I've got. I'm ready to roll with it. God put me in the right place at the right time. So when they asked, how are you going to stick with the Lions? He said, effort, hard work, grit, relentlessness. Make sure they can't get rid of me. All right. I'm going to tell you who it reminds me of. I actually went and watched the tape. It's Craig Reynolds. He's Craig Reynolds, but I would make the argument that he's a little shiftier than Craig Reynolds. I think Craig Reynolds is good, and he comes in. He's not. I mean, if you didn't know Craig Reynolds, you'd think he weighed 225 pounds. He weighs 212. Tyus comes in at 220 pounds. He has good size. He has really good size. He just doesn't have good speed. When you look at his RAS score, great size as far as the height goes. Great size as far as weight goes. He's strong enough. His explosion was good. His issue comes with even his long speed is good for a running back. And it's interesting. When you watch his tape, it's almost like he has got a diesel engine powering him at some runs where it's like, start running, go faster. But that doesn't show on the RAS. Actually, his 10-yard split was faster than his 20, which was faster than his 40, which means that he has good short burst and he struggles with the long speed. But I also watched him outrun secondaries. So I thought that was very interesting. In their first game of the year against Syracuse, he ran for over 200 yards. So here's the question. If this guy is the bulldog that his film says he is, this could be someone that could supplant Craig Reynolds on the depth chart. You're talking, you got David Montgomery, you have Jahmyr Gibbs, you have Sione Vaki. There is a world where Anthony Tyus becomes running back number 4 because they can have him for a little bit longer and a little bit cheaper than Craig Reynolds. But they know what they have in Craig Reynolds. I just wonder if this is like Craig Reynolds 2.0, and he might be just a little more athletic, but has that same hard-nosed mentality. I love me some Craig Reynolds, so I don't want to get rid of him. I also know Craig Reynolds seems like he gets injured a lot, and that's part of that is due to just the fact that he's 212 pounds, but he runs like he's 230. So maybe this guy can be something special. I don't know. Not special, but just a depth piece. I just thought I'd throw it on at the back end here. All right, hey, thank you so much for watching. See you on the next one.